North Korea's ruthless young dictator is ramping up his aggression tonight, seemingly determined to press the Trump team's buttons. South Korean military officials tell CNN Kim Jong-un test-fired 2 short-range missiles overnight, capable of traveling more than 200 miles, or the distance from Washington to New York. The overnight launches came less than a week after Kim's regime fired off another short-range missile. Today, President Trump reacted, not with fire and fury, but with frustration.
Nobody's happy about it, but we're taking a good look, and we'll see. We'll see. The relationship continues, but we'll see what happens. I know they want to negotiate. They're talking about negotiating, but I don't think they're ready to negotiate.
The overnight launches came just hours before news broke that the U.S. had seized a North Korean ship accused of busting sanctions. U.S. officials say the cargo ship, ironically named the Wise Honest, was illegally shipping coal out of North Korea and heavy machinery into the country. The ship was intercepted by Indonesia's Navy last year. Tonight, it's on its way to American Samoa. Kim's efforts to bust sanctions and test missiles are provocative moves from the North Korean leader, experts say, aimed at sending a message to President Trump.
They are obviously trying to use provocations and raising tensions to gain political and economic concessions. Particularly, they want to set the conditions to drive us back to the negotiating table and give them concessions.
But analysts say Kim's latest moves aren't just designed to send a message. They say they are a sign of the pressure Kim is feeling internally, the desperation of a dictator who didn't bring home what he promised from the summit in Hanoi.
His bank accounts are being drained, and so he's under pressure from his elite because he's not able to support them to the standard that they are used to.
Since February, North Korea has begun rebuilding shuttered missile sites, and Kim has attended military drills, moves designed not only to prod the U.S., but to show his military officers that he is still in command. South Korean officials say North Korea launched its latest missiles from a base near Kusong, north of Pyongyang, one of more than a dozen secret missile facilities the regime operates. The missiles flew east over North Korean territory before landing in the Sea of Japan.
That comes with a risk of hitting their own population. They've had that happen in the past with a lot of deaths.
Experts who track North Korea's missiles say the missiles fired today and last week are new, never before tested by the regime, and that they could pose a significant threat to U.S. forces in South Korea and their allies.
That can be targeting U.S. Military base or perhaps Seoul down in South Korea, and because of its flight trajectory, it might be just a little bit harder to intercept.